Hello, everybody. Happy April 26, 2020. My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the Connecticut Sports Talent Show, where we talk all things talents in Connecticut. And on today's show, we head back to the NVL as we have a soon to be senior for the Seymour Wildcats for boys basketball, Dion Perkins. Dion, thanks so much for being able to come on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. You look a little nervous, a
Nah,
little
I'm
shy.
fine. I'm fine.
I'm telling you, man, the amount of times I've seen you play basketball this past season, you don't play nervous. You play with a confidence, with a swag, and personally, as a broadcaster, I love it, man. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
But, before we get into the season and into the overall success of what happened to your team late in the season, I want to talk a little about with you kind of what started you playing basketball? When did you start playing organized basketball?
Well, I started off playing football,
Really?
but then I kept getting hurt. Like, I broke my collarbone. I broke my leg.
Hmm.
So then I stopped playing football, then I started playing basketball. But I wasn't really good at basketball. And in middle school, I would, like, ride the bench. And then my freshman year, I started playing. I played one freshman game,
Hmm.
and I think I had 30 points. And then they took me off freshman team, played straight JV,
Hmm.
and I did pretty good on JV. And then the next year, I started.
I like how casually you just said, "Yeah, I dropped 30, whatever," and then I moved up, whatever.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm talking about with you. You play with such a sense of confidence, but it's like
Mhm.
it's not arrogance. It's like I dropped 30, okay, whatever. But no,
Yeah.
like that's good though. I mean, it shows in your play, and I mean, just like you said, you casually moved up. You kind of went through the ranks, and now you being on the Seymour Wildcats and being able to kind of show your talents, being one of the top players in the NVL. How do you handle that sense of attention that you're getting from people around the state?
Well, I don't try to like get like a big head. Like
Hmm.
I think of us as like a team. So yeah, I just try to lead my teammates and just do what's best to win games.
Are you the kind of player? I mean, I probably know the answer to this just by the conversations we're having. Are you a quiet leader where you'd rather just let your play do the talking?
Yeah, I like to show like they like come like during the games I like get hyped up so they
Hmm.
follow after that. But like I'm not really that vocal, which I could work on.
Hmm.
But yeah, they just like they see what I do and they just follow my lead kind
There was a game I did earlier in the season. You were playing against Kennedy. You made a step back three, and I was going nuts on the
of.
broadcast. And then you were looking right at the camera, and I think you were saying like "Let's go" or something, and I was like,
Yeah,
this kid's special,
thank you.
man. But on top of being able to score like you have, you also dealt with adversity. You dealt with some injuries where you missed, I think, a week or two of the season.
I think I've missed 4 games. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you deal with that injury? Because I'm sure somebody who loves the game of basketball, you wanted to get
Yeah.
back on the court as soon as like tomorrow.
Yeah, the doctor told me I had to wait the rest of the season, but I didn't
Really?
want to wait the rest of the season. So the next game I tried to play against Naugatuck,
Hmm.
but I couldn't. So my coach took me out the second quarter, and then I just sat. I waited till Oxford so I could like walk on it,
Hmm.
and I played that game, and I think I had 29 and we won. It was a tough game. Yeah.
Now, are you still dealing with that injury, or is it
No, I'm
100%?
good now.
You're good now. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
100%.
Now, what kind of injury was it?
It was turf toe. So I
Okay.
couldn't bear weight on like the side of my foot
Hmm.
or like on the bottom of it. So when I put my shoe on, I couldn't walk on it, couldn't do anything with it. So I had to wear a boot and everything.
Did they tell you how you got turf toe? Was it maybe the way you were
Yeah,
running or something like that?
against Woolkit,
Hmm.
uh, I blocked the kid's shot and then my foot went into the wall padding
Hmm.
and it like curled my toe like this. So then it was all like bruised, black and blue,
Oof.
swollen. Yeah,
Doesn't sound good.
nah, it hurt.
Well, yeah, I mean, you missed 4 games, but you played
Yeah.
the rest of the season. Now, when you were playing those games after you came back, was it still bothering you, or was it something that
Oh,
you kind of?
I still felt it a couple games. Like I would get,
Hmm.
I wouldn't practice like during the week. I would get taped up, just rested during the week, and then I'd show up to
Hmm.
play the game.
Was the
Yeah.
level of pain high, or was it like if you had a grade at 1 out of 10 every
It
game
was
from
like
that
an
point?
8.
An 8?
It was like it hurt real bad.
And you still dropped like 25, 30 points. Dude.
Yeah, it hurt real bad.
Dude, you're something else, man. You dropped 25, 30. Like, if I had that, mind you, I'm not good at basketball anyway, but if I I wouldn't be dropping 30 points if I had turf toe. I'll tell you that right now. But, no, seriously, that shows a lot of the heart that you have and the kind of, your willingness to be able to fight through pain, man.
Yeah.
But, let's talk about now the games at the end of the season. You went in after February 20th. You needed to win 3 more games. February 21st and the remainder of the season, you had Derby, Caner, and East Haven. Talk to me about kind of the, what was your guys' morale going into each and every game?
We knew we had to win the 3 games, so the practices were crazy those weeks, like crazy competitive. Like we were running, it was a lot, and then we beat. I think we played Derby first, and then we beat them.
Yep.
We knew that was probably the toughest team we were going to face. Mm-hmm. So once we beat them, we got like confident. Then we played East Haven, which was another close game because we kind of slept on them. But Kyle Harmling, my teammate, he showed up that game because I think I had 3 fouls in like the second quarter.
Oh no!
So he showed up for us. Yeah, he showed up for us that game. He kind of carried us through that one. And then we played Caner. Caner, we played. It was a senior night, so we showed up. We all played together that game, like distributing, passing the ball. That was a good team win for us, and then we made the states.
It sounds like that Coach C had a lot of handle as far as the practices and then the games because, like you said, having to really kind of grind out through those practices, making sure you guys were prepared to be able to be ready for the last couple games because you need to make states.
Even the JV guys just going at us, like going back and forth at practice. Really? Yeah.
Was that something that Coach C was telling them to do, or were they doing that unwillingly?
Oh, yeah. We would play like 5 against like 8, so it's harder for us to score. Yeah.
That's good. I like that. Nice, man. I mean, hey, you guys were able to finish off the season. I know when it first started, because I was able to do the Crosby game early in the season, the game you didn't play, and that was a tough game. And it looked like Seymour was going through growing pains. And I told, your head coach, Coach C, that if things can kind of just go the right way and people are able to kind of figure out their roles, Seymour has a good shot to be able to make states. And to your guys' credit, both you and the rest of the coaching staff, you guys did the inevitable and you made states.
Yeah, we faced a lot of injuries during that period of time. Crosby, I think we had 3 players out of our starting 5 out. So, yeah, that was a tough time for us.
It was really good. And I know, you gave, I think you played St. Joe's, correct? In the first game? You gave them a very good game. And I think a lot of people,
we did.
Yeah, a lot of people going into that game felt like, it's Seymour, they're going to wipe the floor with them. You guys did not back down. You fought, and maybe the score doesn't show it, but you guys fought through that entire game. Now, kudos to you guys.
I feel like we this year we really fought every game. Even when we played Holy Cross, went to double overtime, Sacred Heart, we lost by like 10, I think. So I think we did a good job of that this year, just being focused going into the games.
Do you think that, between having you coming back and a lot of the, the team in and of itself coming back and going through the adversity and figuring out what you need to do you think that benefits you next year?
Oh, yeah, because we all grew up playing together, so we're all close, like a tight-knit group. We know what we have to do to win games. So. And most of the guys have been on varsity since sophomore year, so I think we'll bring it together.
That's really good, man. And, brighter things to come for the Seymour Wildcats, and hopefully you can avoid the injuries next year and being able to kind of play a clean season with less stress.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about you real quick. We have a couple minutes left. Are there any players that you idolize, either in college, the NBA, past or present?
I like watching like Miles Powell, Kevin Durant, like lengthy players like that, who like fit my frame. So I try to play like them. John Wall.
Okay.
Yeah. I like those stuff.
Is there anybody in particular that you model your game after? Is it one of the 3 that you mentioned?
Probably Miles Powell.
Okay. He's a little bigger. He's thicker.
Yeah, he's like wide, but I'm like more lengthy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I steal some of his moves and put them in my game.
Is that where you got the step back three from
Yeah,
him?
the step back.
I saw him do that. Because I like to watch a lot of Seton Hall games because of where we live in Connecticut, and being able to see him play, man, he plays with a sense of fire. Like he'll put up 50 shots. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
anything help the team win. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Is there anything in particular when you watch them play that you try to maybe take from them? I know you mentioned the step back shots. Is there anything that's like a crossover move, maybe something they do defensively as well?
So like Kevin Durant, he's like skinny, so I'm like real skinny. Mm-hmm. So I just try to mimic his movements and stuff. Mm-hmm. See how he leads his teammates, stuff like that. Like how he shoots over people, that too.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I try to do stuff like that.
I'm surprised you didn't say LeBron James.
Nah, I'm not really a fan of LeBron.
Wow, you're the first player I've talked to in the NBL who's not a fan of LeBron James.
I just don't like his mentality during the games. I feel like he could do so much more. But he doesn't.
Were you a Kobe fan?
Yeah.
Okay, see, that makes more sense. Okay. I've noticed that people who are Kobe fans are not LeBron fans, and then same thing the other way around. Okay. That makes more sense now. I get that. But, okay. Anywho, so we have about 2 minutes left. Is there any sort of, are there any colleges that you're looking at? Or are there any colleges looking at you?
Well, during the summer, there's camps the Taquan Zimmerman camp, the Anthony Ireland camp. Mm-hmm. Usually that's where they're around. So I've been having some contact with AIC, Keene State, stuff like those type of schools.
Now, for people who may not know, are those Division I, Division II?
2. I think Keene is 2. Okay.
So are you looking at just those 2 schools, or are you trying to wait for more offers? What's the game plan with that?
I think I'm going to wait, but those are the 2 I've been in contact with as of now.
Okay.
And we don't have AAU, so there's no live periods or anything.
Yeah, it's tough.
So it's tough right now.
But hey, I mean, it seems like you're doing pretty good. You're being able to at least keep yourself sane as far as with school, and I'm sure you're making sure. I know you and I talked a little bit about how you're working out in the backyard just to get something going, so you can keep yourself in somewhat basketball shape.
Yeah, backyard, working out with my uncle and stuff, running the hill in the front yard. Yeah.
All right, last question. Last question for you. Is there anything that you want to say for people who are anticipating Seymour Wildcat basketball for next year? What do you want to tell the people out there who are going to be seeing you play next year? What should they expect?
Well, they could keep sleeping on us because we could just be the underdog, come out, prove people wrong. We're used to it at this point. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of talent in Seymour. Kyle Harmling, Drew Kapadia, Matt Oskowski. They could really play, but I feel like it's just overlooked because it's such a small school. People don't expect it. Mm-hmm. We have a good coach. I think we'll be pretty good, pretty solid this year.
I like that. Man, a few words, but make sure he gives credit to both the coaching staff and the players. Dion, I really do appreciate the time. Thank you so much. And, hey, you're always welcome to come back on anytime you want.
All right, thank you.
Stay safe, man.
You too.
That'll wrap things up here on the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. So until next time, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.